Hello guys, in today's video I'm gonna go over ratios and proportions. So let's start with the ratios first of all. So ratio is basically used to compare two things or two quantities or two numbers, and can be written as a fraction or a columns, or sometimes they use a word to. So I'm gonna write it down over here. So ratios, okay, is used to compare two things. Can be numbers, can be quantities, and can be written as with the help of columns, with the help of a word to, or as a fraction. Okay, for example we got x over y, x ratio y, or x to the y, or can be written as x colon y. So these three represent basically a ratio. And then if we look into another term, which is proportions, okay, proportion. So proportion basically tells us that two ratios are equal. So proportions tells us that two ratios are equal. Okay, two ratios are equal. So basically proportion is an equation in which we put two ratios equal to each other. Let's say you got x to the y and it's equal to a to the b. So this equation over here is called proportion. Okay, so both ratios proportions to each other, or can be written as, in terms of numbers, 1 over 4 is equal to 2 over 8. So both are proportional to each other. It can be written as 3 to the 12. All right, and let's do some examples. So what kind of problems they can ask you? So they can ask you problems like, if in a ratio there is an unknown number, then we need to solve this proportion to find that number. For example, let's say I got 2 to the 5 is equal to a over 3. So this a is an unknown number, so we need to find the value of this a. So we need to solve this proportion to find the value of a. So how we can do it? So there is a method, very easy, very simple, fun to work with, is we're gonna cross multiply each other, these numbers over here. So this 3 will multiply with this 2, and this 5 will multiply with this a. So 3 times 2 is 6, and 5 times a is 5a. Now we're gonna divide both sides by 5. Okay, 5 times 1 is 5, so that cancel out. Therefore this gives us a is equal to 6 over 5. So that's how you can find unknown number or a missing number in a proportion. Okay, let's do a couple of more examples for the proportions. So let's do one more over here. Let's say I got 3 over 4 is equal to 5 over r. Find r. So again, what we're gonna do, gonna cross multiply them. Okay, so 3 times r gives me 3r is equal to 4 times 5 is 20. Now both sides, because I just want the value of r, I want to get rid of this 3. So what I need to do, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So what will happen, this 3 will cancel out, so I'm left with r is equal to 20 over 3. Okay, so they can ask different kinds of problems, but the rule is same. You're gonna use the same rule to solve it. Let's say they said 1 over 4 is equal to 3 over x minus 1. Same rule we're gonna use. Gonna do cross multiply. So x minus 1 multiplied by 1 gives me x minus 1, and 4 multiplied by 3 gives me 12. Okay, and now I just want 1, and I want to get rid of this 1 over here. Sorry, I want only x, and I want to get rid of this 1. So what should we do over there? So what we can do, if we add 1 on this side, but we need to add 1 on the right hand side too. So minus 1 and plus 1 cancel out, it gives me only x, and on the right hand side 12 plus 1 is 13. So you got the value of x. Let's do one more example. So let's say you got x over x minus 12. That looks a little difficult, but that's fine. We're gonna use our technique and we'll be able to solve it. Again, gonna cross multiply the numbers. Okay, so 5 times x is 5x, and on the right hand side you're left with 9 into x minus 12. So what should we do over here? Remember, distributive properties. We're going to distribute this 9 over these numbers. So 9, gonna first multiply it by x, then we're gonna multiply it by this 12. Okay, so this gives me 5x is equal to 9 times x is 9x, and then negative sign, and 9 multiplied by 12 is 108. Okay, and now same rule, we want to get rid of few numbers from here so that we can just find the x. Let's get rid of this 9x from right hand side. What should we do? If we subtract 9x here, okay, cancel out, but we need to do the same thing on left hand side too. So this is 9x, and you subtract 9x, so they will cancel out. But here 5x minus 9x gives me negative 4x, and that will be equal to negative 108. The next step is, what we're gonna do next, we're gonna divide. So we just want x, so I want to get rid of this negative 4x. What should I do? Let's divide this by negative 4. Gonna do same thing over here. This will cancel out, this will give me only x, and this side will give me 27. So here you go. So that's how you can find the unknown numbers when they give you a when they give you a proportion. All right, very easy to work with, fun problems. Just do extra practice, you guys will be good to go. Thanks for watching. Please share with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.